Wherever women are honored, divinity blossoms there. Yatra naryastu pujyante, ramante tatra devata. Manusmriti Shloka. Wherever the woman is respected, the society rises there. नारी का सम्मान जहाँ है, संस्कृति का उत्थान वहाँ है. पंडित श्रीराम शर्मा आचार्य. बुक टाइटल: नारी उत्थान की समस्या और समाधान. वुमेन्स अपलिफ्टमेंट, प्रॉब्लम्स एंड सॉल्यूशंस. Why is women's upliftment still a concern? To uplift future generations, to raise the level of the new era, women's progress is paramount. These are the golden words of saint, scholar, and philosopher Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya, who, under his movement, Thought Revolution, has emphasized a lot on women's upliftment and progress. In ancient Hindu texts and writings, girls and women were placed on a high pedestal. They are worshipped as girls, that is Kanya, as wives, that is Grihalakshmi, and as mothers, that is Janani. Vedic scriptures and hymns glorify the dignity of women. However, sadly, according to the data presented by United Nations, women are still discriminated against, underrepresented, and experience physical or sexual abuse in every part of the world. For centuries, men have had a more significant number of rights and privileges. Feminism, the social perspective, has been and still is practiced by millions of feminists worldwide for equal rights, though there still exists a big gap. Deep rooted prejudice, which stands in the way of gender equality, needs to be eradicated. What are impediments? Half of the world's population is female. Over the years, the global literacy rate has increased, but still there exists education inequality. The developing countries where primary education is most likely to be a binding constraint for development have a large segment of the female population that is illiterate. As said by Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. It is so imperative to educate every human for a better society. When you educate a man, you educate a man. But you educate an entire generation when you educate a woman. Who should come forward? Malala Yousafzai, a prominent activist for female education, stood firm even after an attempt on her life and received international outpouring support for the cause. Her strong words, "I raise up my voice, not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard," align so well with the thoughts presented in this book. A handful of social activists cannot bring change by raising voices for the right to education. It is the responsibility of all educated men and women to come forward and support their peers, friends, and relatives for this sacred mission. Few excerpts from the book. Based on their competence, well educated women succeed in becoming self reliant and receive due respect as well. Due to their qualification, they maintain harmony within the neighborhood, friends, and relatives. They are confident in their caliber and put it to good use in times of adversity. Believing education must be for women's progress and making arrangements for the same is of utmost need, and much needed is to break deep rooted orthodoxy in public. Family members and capable men women should be made aware of near term and far sighted benefits of education along with ill effects when deprived of it. Changing these circumstances are of utmost importance, else, half of the human population would remain a victim and be paralyzed. Men have to carry the weight like a rock hanging around their neck, since all this is happening because of men's egocentrism and selfishness. It becomes man's prime responsibility to play a leadership role in women's empowerment movements as a penance. Thoughtful people who understand the need for women's upliftment and empowerment should come forward and devote their time to this sacred mission. Those who are in a backward state should educate themselves and become self reliant. They should stay motivated to progress on this path. Change in public opinion is required. A thought revolution movement is needed. And to achieve that, several meetings, conferences, seminars, etc. need to be arranged. Affordable literature should be published. Audio or video recordings, picture exhibitions, slideshows, presentations, etc. are excellent mediums, and with the help of these, an encouraging atmosphere for education and self reliance needs to be established. Few chapters from the book. First, who will come forward? Second, promoting education. Third, barricading malpractices. And fourth, raising enthusiasm through collectivism.